Okay, the subject of this video is based on great questions that have been asked on previous videos where we've used custom functions to count by things like background color. But people have been asking if we can do this, so here we go. If you have a table of data and some of the cells have notes, you want to be able to sum or count the cells based on whether or not they have notes. So let's take a look at what we have here. This is a cell with a note. So this would be if I did right click and insert note. Now notice that it's not a comment. So this functionality won't work if there's comments in the cell. So the difference is this is kind of just a simple, it's a little bit of text associated with the cell that's not really in the cell. If you do a comment, then it's going to be associated with my username, and there can be some back and forth in between people. It won't do anything with those. And I'll show you how this works. So you can look at this list, and there's 1, 2, 3 cells with notes. And we want to be able to count those or sum them. I mean, I'm assuming you're going to use this on a very large table. And so you'll have to adjust this spreadsheet as you go along, but we'll show you how it works on this small set of data. And this is probably a good point where you'd want to grab a copy of the spreadsheet yourself. So what you want to do is go to the website that's linked in the description, and you want to go to grab a copy of the live spreadsheet. And then once you have that spreadsheet, if you go to File and Make a Copy, right now it's in my Google Drive, that'll place a copy of it into your Google Drive, and then it's your file and you can follow along and make whatever modifications you want. Okay, but you have the file now, and let's look at this function. So there's a custom function happening in cell C10. It's called sum if note. And what it's doing is saying, I'm going to obviously sum these if they have a note. And the range is being passed as a reference to cell F6. And that's done that way because these custom functions are a little picky with how they get ranges. So it's easiest just to make it look at a cell with the range typed out. The true is saying sum if there's a note. If you make it false, it's going to sum if there isn't a note, which is what the one in row 12 is doing. And then F7 is just a little hack that we put in to make it recalculate. Sometimes when you do these custom formulas, I've gotten feedback on previous ones where they'll not want to recalculate when you change things. So when to recalculate them, you just uncheck and or recheck this checkbox in the refresh, and it recalculates these formulas. So here we are, there's the custom formulas, and I'll show you what they're doing, right? So if we select the cells with the values in them, and we'll go down the low right-hand corner, this is telling you those sum to 78, and they also count to 3. And you go up here, and these are these values. You select the ones without notes, it's going to be the inverse. So that's, 56 and 4, and that's these two values here. So that kind of proves out that this is working. So let's talk about how these got in here. If you grab a copy of the file, this is already done, and that's a lot easier than copying and pasting these into the script editor. But I did put the text of them in this web post if you want to take a look at it. But to see them, you go to Tools and Script Editor, and these scripts are associated with this file. So if you took this spreadsheet and you copied it into your Google Drive, these scripts will come with it. But if you create a new spreadsheet, they're not going to be there, so you need to do this process over again. So this is sum if note, and here's the code. I don't know what it says. It's someone else write it, but I know what it does. And here's the count if note. And so when you write these in this spreadsheet, since that script is associated with it, it knows what to do with that function. And that's basically it. So if you want to see a modification of this where we're going to count them based on the background color, you check out this next video. It's a very similar process, and you can grab that spreadsheet too.